just a couple miles off of Highway 92 on the south side of Sierra Vista, you will find the Carr House, nestled inside these Huachuca Mountains. And at the Carr House, that is the home of the Friends of the Huachuca Mountains that do such amazing work in and around our area. And that's why we wanted to check in here today on this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. Like I said, this is an easy, accessible place to get to. You just drive a couple miles off of South Highway 92, and you come in and you meet the nicest people that I've ever met before in my life. James, introduce yourself to everybody, man.
Hi, I'm James.
I'll hold the mic. I'll hold this.
I'm James Mustard, the president of the Friends of the Huachucas, and welcome to the Carr House Visitor Center. So we have a visitor center all the way out here in Carr Canyon, and we have all kinds of good things here. We have picnic tables here that visitors can use. We have trail maps. We have our interpretive host, Mike Foster. So visitors can ask him just about any question about the flora, the fauna, the history, and he's quite knowledgeable. So.
And being out here on a Sunday, boy, this is just any day is beautiful. But I mean, today is just a beautiful day to be out here. It kind of really represents the essence of nature and what this area was like, you know, thousands and thousands of years ago.
Perfect. It is just a perfect day today, and this is what it would have been like back when this house was, you know, still being used, and even before, like you said, and during the ancient period of time. Yeah.
And let's talk about what the house is used for today. What kind of things happen here inside the Carr House?
So we have our, of course, visitor center, which is open on weekends and federal holidays, and on Sundays, like 2 Sundays a month, we do presentations in our presentation room. So that could be a variety of topics about ecology. It could be about history. So all kinds of things. And we're going to do a presentation about art today.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, and again, having it free to the public here. Can't hear you without the microphone here. We'll come up and say hi.
Free to the public.
Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Mike Foster. I'm the host here at the Carr House, and our presentations we're having one every Sunday this year so far, and it's all free to the public. And one thing I want to point out here is that we got some wonderful picnic tables over here, and the picnic tables down below, you have to pay to park there and use those picnic tables, but it's free here. And I'm wondering why people don't come up and use our picnic tables.
It's just as nice, right? It's just as nice here as it is down there.
Oh, I think even nicer. There's more shade. We have bathrooms inside. We have water. We have trash cans. And I don't say this just because I like leftovers.
Well, hey, that's fine too. But to think about this place and being able to provide all those resources, not just resources, but activities for people to come up and take part in.
We have games for kids. They can hook these things together and then win prizes. We have a sandbox in there, believe it or not. Stuffed animals, so it's a great place for kids.
Oh, that's so much fun. And should we take a look inside?
Absolutely.
Let's go on inside into the Carr House here off Carr Canyon Road, just a couple miles off of Highway 92. We walk on in, and so much information. What I love about walking in, you get to learn right away about James Edward Carr, the namesake of Carr. People wonder who've lived here, whether you've lived here your whole life or you just always wonder. It's like, oh, it's always been called Carr Canyon, right, Carolyn? I mean, Carolyn, introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Santucci, and I'm on the board for the Friends of the Huachuca Mountains.
The Friends of Huachuca Mountains, and we've known each other for quite some time. Never got to meet each other personally until today. Getting all the emails about all the updates and things that are going on here. What is it like for someone to come here for the first time? And actually, it's probably overwhelming because of all the information that's here. This is a place you want to come back to again and again.
Well, first of all, it's such a beautiful location.
Yeah.
The house is only open during our season, which is early April through the end of November. Saturdays, Sundays, and federal holidays, except Thanksgiving, from 9 to 4?
Yes.
Okay, 9 to 4. But if you're here when we're not open, you can always park in the perimeter parking lot and walk up and have a picnic on the patio. You can see it's just a beautiful location.
We did notice as we were driving up here to the Carr House off of Carr Canyon Road that there were already hikers out this morning.
Oh, yeah.
There were already people out ready to go and explore this beautiful area here.
Yeah, and one of our goals, at least to me personally, is to get people up here. Get people to realize what an amazing spot the Huachuca Mountains are, and find out, you know, what this place is about, what we are about, but also find out about nature.
it's a place where you're among friends, with the friends of the Huachuca Mountains, right here at
Exactly.
the Carr House
Uh-huh.
off of Carr Canyon Road here in South. Is this technically Hereford, right? I mean, or
Well,
is it South Sierra
yeah,
Vista? I
I
mean,
know.
I don't know what you call it. It's technically the Hereford area, but
Right.
anyway, right off of South Highway 92, you can see all of this, and this whole building here is actually much larger than it even looks on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this building, we believe, was built in 1939 by
Oh,
Virginia Wilson
oh,
and
here,
Cicero
take a look.
Martin.
Okay.
And, 1934. Okay. Never mind.
That's fine.
Anyway,
no, that's
the dates are a little nebulous. Some of those records are kind of funky. But anyway, they built this house. And to talk about the history of the Friends, we really have to start with the last residents of the canyon, John and Isla Healy. They moved here in 1936.
yeah.
They built a house down in the meadow.
Okay.
There are the ruins of their house are down there, some other stone buildings that I'm not quite sure were used for, but you can walk down there. It's quite an interesting place to visit. They lived here until, John died in 1972, and Isla then sold the property to the Forest Service, except for a 5-acre parcel across the road that had been homesteaded by the second gentleman here, Charles Biederman.
Okay.
He was a German immigrant, a Civil War soldier, came here in 1903, homesteaded, became a world-renowned botanist and entomologist. There are 3 moths that he discovered here in the canyon, apparently don't exist anywhere else, and they're named after him, those scientific names. So that takes us back to Ralph and Rosemary Snapp. They came here in 1994. They'd been in the area before. They just fell in love with this canyon. The property that Mr. Biederman had homesteaded was for sale. He had a 2-room stone house there and a little workshop. They bought that. And in 1996, they started thinking, well, we're the only little private area in the Forest Service. We would like to help preserve and let people know about everything that's up here and the wildlife and all that. So they brought invited some people from the Forest Service to come and have lunch at their little house. And they got to talking, and the Forest Service was very supportive of an idea to get some kind of an organization to help get people up here and help establish this as a place for nature and history and geology and so forth, and studies thereof. So then they asked what was going to happen to this house, the stone house as it was called then. And the Forest Service said, well, it's in pretty bad shape. We have no use for it, so it might get torn down. Oh dear, that can't happen. So they got together with a bunch of other friends and formed, there were 3 groups originally. There was Friends of the Forest, and then Compañeros.
Just a lot of different friends.
A lot of different friends. And we wound up with the Friends group today, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. So they were, Ralph and Rosemary were the driving force, and they had all their friends here hammering and nailing and, just making this place usable as a visitor center. In 1990,
the 1990s?
The 1990s, okay. Yeah, 1997, they had the first program here at Carr House. And the first one was for children, and they had a trail hike with llamas. Then they had a program on owl prowls. In 1998, they had 2 sessions on the history of the canyon and the descendants of the Todd, Healy, and relations, of the Healys were here. And we have pictures of them visiting the places where their forebears had lived.
Amazing. So what does it mean to know that even as this thing started, the Carr House started, it was about educating children, and how you still do that today?
We do, educating children and adults.
True. I mean, but again, thinking about the kids, to get them interested in the sciences,
Precisely.
Get them interested in these things.
Yeah.
I think that's so important. STEM being what it is today, the science, technology, mathematics, and engineering that they really focus on. To know that even as this place was starting out, they wanted to make sure the kids got STEM before there was even STEM.
Exactly. And also just to get people outdoors. We've become kind of citified, and, I grew up outdoors, and a lot of people just don't take advantage of all the opportunities we have in these beautiful mountains.
It is absolutely beautiful. And we wanted to talk to you as well. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Linda Stitt, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we address those younger audiences that we have. But we're going to go into our discovery room
please,
first.
let's
But
go.
I do want to point out something. Isla Healy, the woman, was the champion hunter and caught 18 lions in her time, one of them alive.
Oh my goodness.
So these were tough people that lived up here.
I'd say so. My goodness gracious.
So this is our discovery room.
Okay.
And this is probably for our youngest groups that come up here. So we have a lot of activities for them to do. The sandbox with the paw prints of a variety of different animals is
so
one
much
thing
fun.
they really enjoy. They have some books. They like the bones. They like rocks. And we have a snakeskin for them. And we have some coloring activities and just different activities that slightly different ages can do. But it addresses all of those. And of course, the younger kids love the animals that they
and they can learn about them
might
too.
see.
Yeah, because they can learn about the cottontail rabbit, the black bear, the caterpillar, the bald eagle. They learn little facts about them in here as well.
And then there are books that they can probably find over there that a parent might read with them while they're up here or something along those lines. So
what a cool opportunity.
It is a fun room. We could sit if you want.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
The next way that we address more of the slightly older students who are in school is through our field trips. And Mike, our Carr House host, gives his videos to schools. And quite often teachers will show them in their classrooms and then decide they want to trip up here.
Yeah.
And so we've had, I think, Mike has done 3, but one of them was on the river, but 2 of them up here and another one planned coming up for elementary students. But it just introduces them to nature, culture, history, everything, because a bus can't get up here. So they park across from the picnic area and they walk up through the ruins. So they get a little bit of the history and they're out in nature for that time. And then they make it up here. So kids just don't get outside much anymore. So it's really important. And then usually when they're up here, we have different activities for them to do that they just rotate through.
Well, and this seems like just a blast for kids to be able to do.
Mike was telling me that he just loves it when he finishes the whole walk getting up here and he's getting things arranged and he can hear the kids talking about how fun it is. So it is a nice thing and a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Now, we have added one thing in the last, I think it started about 2 years ago. One of our board members is a biology teacher at Cochise College, and he has a field class in biology at Kino Bay in Mexico every year.
Okay.
And he has students that can't go because they can't afford it. So we offer a scholarship to 4 students every year.
Wow.
And then they're usually one of our programs. This year, I think they're our May 4th program. So it's not exactly about the Huachucas, but it's field study. It's how they do research.
Certainly.
And so they learn those things. And last year's group, one of them picked creosote as what she wanted to research, which we have here too.
Interesting.
So they have a choice, I think, when they get there of studying mammals, culture, history, or plants. So
fantastic.
It's just an amazing program for them.
Great options and an awesome room. I do want to finish our little walkthrough here at the Carr House off of Carr Canyon Road, off of South Highway 92. If you've never been out here, you got to come and check it out. You can learn more in the post description about how to get in touch with them. So, Mike, this room right here, this looks like a presentation room.
It's our auditorium.
Yeah.
And so these free presentations are here. Sometimes it fills up, so get here early. And so we have all kinds of video displays all around here.
Yeah.
And you were talking about STEM earlier. I also have this, which we pass out, and this has 173 videos. They're all about the flora and fauna and cultural history of the Huachuca Mountains. And there's a little QR code. I give those to the Sierra Vista Public Schools. They use them. The Bisbee schools, we just had a Bisbee field trip here with the Bisbee High students, and we're going to have 2 elementary classes come here in about a week.
That's amazing. And again, one of the presentations is actually going to be going on today.
Yes, and so Vianney from Naco, Sonora,
Hola.
is going to be presenting her art about the frontera, the border.
Yeah.
And so she has done a bunch of art, and you can see it has both flags on there, the United States flag and the Mexico flag. And we're thinking about this concept that we share traditions here along the border. We're almost like our own country. You know, we have carne asada, we have Corona, they have hot dogs, we have burritos. They celebrate Halloween.
Now you're making me hungry for lunch. Now you're.
What time is it anyway?
It's lunch. It's always lunchtime. It's lunchtime somewhere.
So
But
our presentation today is going to start at 1:30. We're going to have a little bit of a meet and greet, and then 2 o'clock we're going to get things rolling. Vianney has invited me to read a couple of my short stories based on her paintings. So if you don't have anything to do today, come on up here around 1:30, and the presentation will be both in English and Spanish.
fantastic. So bilingual. And do you want to interpret as I ask
Sure,
questions
sure,
to
yes.
Vianney? Vianney, being here at have you been to the Carr House before?
¿Has estado aquí antes?
No, es mi primera vez.
The first time.
First time. Okay. So being here and being able to display your art in this place, in such a beautiful place that looks like it has art all around us, what is that going to be like for you today?
Tiene la capacidad de dar su presentación aquí hoy. ¿Cómo sientes?
Me siento feliz, honrada de que me hayan invitado. Estoy muy agradecida porque es mi primera vez que voy a exponer en otro país, no en México, sino acá en Estados Unidos.
She's very happy that we invited her here because she can show her stuff from Mexico. She's very happy that we are doing this for her here today.
And how long have you been an artist?
¿Cuánto tiempo ha estado un artista?
Desde el 2020, pero desde niña he pintado, pero ya en el 2020 fue cuando hice mi negocio de arte.
So she started as a child, but she's been more of an artist since 2020.
Okay. Well, it's absolutely beautiful, and being able to share this with the friends of the Huachuca Mountains today, I think it's going to be a really great opportunity. And thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. And we do speak Spanish here. If anybody wants to come in, they don't speak good English. I'm delighted to have people come and share what I've learned about speaking Spanish.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, this is just such a cool place. James, I mean, I don't even know how to sum this up other than saying, if you've never been out to the Carr House, you got to come on out. Where can people go to learn more information about what goes on here?
So we have a Facebook page, Friends of the Huachuca Mountains Facebook, and we also have our website, friendsofthehuachucamountains.org, and you'll find more information about what we do.
What we'll do is we'll put those links in the post description so you can tap right to them and find out, stay informed on what's happening here in Southern Arizona. A lot of these things free of charge,
Absolutely.
which is amazing to come on out and be a part, witness history, and be a part of the fun that goes on here, a living history here at the Carr House. Thank you guys so much for letting us check in with you today. It was absolutely awesome. Thank you guys in there as well. And thank you, most of all, for watching this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. Again, just a couple miles off of South Highway 92, off of Carr Canyon Road. Just keep on driving, even a little bit past where the maps might tell you where you're finished. You'll see it. You won't miss it. Just keep coming up that road to the Carr House and experience life as it was thousands and thousands of years ago as that living history continues today. If you'd like your kids or your schools to get involved in something here at the Carr House, get in touch with these folks, and they want to bring out those school field trips. If you as an adult want to come out and learn more, please take the time to meet these wonderful people right here. You are among friends at the Friends of the Huachuca Mountains. Thank you so much for liking this video. Thank you for sharing this video. As always, if you get any added value off of whatever we do here on Cool FM Live, leave us a thumbs up, leave us a follow. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll check in with you again later on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.